So weekend I went to watch the game between Newcastle and Heidelberg in the Australian Hand Cup final. That game was a very tough game though. I like what I saw from mostly the NPA players which play lower division compared to Newcastle Jet. The game started well, a lot of training, I like seeing how players warm up, their warm up and the way their bodies set before the game tells you how prepared a player is. From the point of view of a coach, football is not about when you get in the field and start playing. It's all about preparation. How do you warm up? What kind of exercise do you guys do? Those light warm up tells a lot about player, if they are ready to play or they just came because they want to fixture them there. So I watched their warm up, and their warm up was so interesting. I like the intensity. I like how the players were, showing up, and their spirit was high, like I say. And there was so many spectators. This is my first time to go to this stadium. It's called Lakeside Stadium. So a lot of people there, a lot of fans. And one funny thing I understand is that online, when you buy the ticket, they tells you what seat number that you have to pay if you want to pay for seat or you want to book your general fee. So you know what, there's nothing like permanent seat like we see in A-League, like we saw on Impact or NZ Stadium and others big stadium in the town. So this one you can buy a general ticket and still end up sitting wherever you want to sit. Maybe if you're unlucky, someone that owns the seat come over, you just tell the person, okay, it's a good, get up. So now this is after their warm up. I was literally behind the cup, watching the cup and making sure that everything is okay before they come out with the players. So you can see those men there. These are the AFA, which is the body that runs Australian football, standing with the cup they are going to play for. So they are waiting for the players to get ready, and everything is said. The field is said, fans are waiting, the moment of truth is coming. So the curve is there, the referees and the ball kids, and the reserve bench, they're going out to sit down and things like that. I'm just enjoying the atmosphere. If you have not played in a grand final in whatever level you play in football or soccer or any sports, man, you are missing a lot. Strain hard, struggle hard to make grand final. It is a different spirit that comes when you make final. It doesn't matter what level you play. Luckily to myself, I've been opportune to make so many grand final right from my childhood. I won some, I lose some. So I've tasted both sides. I tell you, there's feeling there, and I have also been in very hostile, very high contested semi-finals. If you have not witnessed things like this, man, your sports need another level. Guys, when looking at the A-League players and the referee, I was so pleased to come very close to see these boys. And when they are still in the tunnel, waiting for their time to match. Immediately they match, what games? The game starts. So I enjoy them though. I enjoy these feelings. As someone who plays sports, anytime I come across things like this, my body, my goosebumps everywhere begin to rise. I say, man, I can feel the players. I can see their spirit. Some players, before you get to grand final like this, before you walk into the field, your spirit will be calm and no problem. Look at them, they are walking in now. Look at the players. It's the ones with red and blue are the Newcastle Jet, while the other one is Heidelberg. There's Melbourne team. Believe me, that team is lower team, and what they have did to A-League is something of credit. Yes, they didn't want it. The red one later won. They didn't want it, but man, they gave good fight. They gave good account. I keep saying this. It doesn't matter who is in that field. When you go to the field, give your best. Maybe your best that day will carry you along, or maybe your best didn't carry you along. But one thing that you will come out doing is that you say, well, I did my best, but my best could not take me. Like you see a lot of people in the field, a lot of fans were full, a lot of things going on. I enjoyed the game. The game was so uneasy. People were there, jubilation everywhere, celebrating. I like things like that. Unfortunately, I didn't come early. I wanted to come much earlier in order to get a lot of things about the event, but you know what? I just came maybe a few minutes to start, maybe about 20 minutes for the game to start before I came. So I planned to go there maybe 3 or 4 hours before the game so I can look around the environment, but I didn't make that. So luckily, see me, I'm just hanging out and watching all that is going on, taking all in. As a player, there's no place that I feel very peaceful like to be in the presence of fans that love the sports and people that also cherish the sport and watching people play. I once there, so I know what it is all about for you to be in that pulpit there playing while fans are watching you. I know the feelings. I know the fans yelling, even those fans bullying you and all those things. I know that. But I'm telling you, there's no feeling that is beyond that. So you need to be able to enjoy it. Enjoy the atmosphere. Enjoy everything you brought in. Relax your spirit and play the ball. So guys, this is how the game is going. It was a very strong game though. They end up 1-1 first half. So second half, Heidelberg player got a red card. Newcastle capitalized on that red card and later win the game. It was a good game. I won't blame any team. It was a good final, and that's how we need to be. The boys came out to win. They came out to play, but unfortunately, the one in A-League overpowered them. They overpowered them and get that winning. So, by they get the win, I have to say that Heidelberg have to give themselves a big credit for eliminating even the champions of A-League. They eliminate them. That tells you my people always say that football does not know who pumped him or her. So when you pump your ball and bring the ball in the field, if he wants to disgrace you, he will disgrace you. If he wants to keep you, keep you. Can you see me? I'm just like playing around, trying to see. I think this is like first half. After extra time, though, I think I went out to see something, to grab something to eat too, to look around. So that's what is going on here, man. The game continues. I know that this game is a huge game, though. I enjoy this game. And you that are watching me, I hope you enjoy the game. In football, I think Australian football need to go a long way. Sincerely, watching the game in the field, the same thing I keep complaining Australian football keep playing around. You know what is that? In Australian sports, football, we have not seen playmaker. We only have mainly basic game player, which is like pass, control pass, and creative space. We need ball jugglers, someone like Ronaldo, someone like Messi that can take those balls, someone like Yamal, people, Vitus Junior, people that can take those games to you, like somebody like Mbappe that can confront you, run with the ball. That's what we need in Australian sports. We need to train children. We need to ask coaches that coach all these young kids to change their pattern of coaching so that they allow the children to know what it means for you to dribble, to know what it means for you to carry ball and attack your opponent's defense. We are lacking that in Australian soccer, and the Australian government need to do. As a coach, I do come across young children who also are very talented that way, but sometimes the kids that are very talented, parents may not be financially buoyant enough to sponsor them. So it's all to the government to go around and encourage coaches. When they see such a raw talent, they should find a way to get in touch with you guys and make sure the kid's registration fee was able to pay, and make sure that the kid is not lacking. Maybe probably he will be a great kid in future, and we can enjoy such a kid, So guys, you can watch this and see what is going on. So like you see, after the game, Newcastle won the game, and this is the presentation table they are bringing in. Funny enough that I stay around Newcastle families, so I was celebrating with the families and everybody was happy. They had a long drive though from their area to Victoria. It's quite a long drive, so I'm glad too that they won it, but that does not give you the criteria to win it because you travel far though. They played a good game. The two teams played a very good game, entertaining game for that matter, and they won it. So the players were literally coming behind me, hugging their families, their wife, their girlfriend. So I just found myself and say, oh my goodness. So I am in the midst of family of Newcastle. So they all hanging out. And you know what, they say that for a long time this team have not won any medal. Maybe they say in the history of the team they only won one. So this one will make it two. Very lucky indeed. I give coach to Macmillan, their coach, and everyone that plays. The boys, they look very young. But I worried, would they be able to play A-League and the Continental game, because they will be going to play Continental game. So would they be able to manage that? That's another problem. So if they can't be able to manage that, then we give them credit though. So look at what they're doing. They're celebrating. Let me leave you with that. Thank you.
That's a sick baby. Congratulations.